If I should be remembered after this, pray Providence it be by happy men, who do not feel the skull beneath the kiss, the bony knuckles round the rusty pen, but summon from the stiff, archaic words a heart whose pulse, in its best moments, was free on the wing, as natural as the birds, as clear and common as the year's first grass. For I was nourished by the normal year, leaf mould, and frosted clod, and sudden rain. And though a sick age ran its steep career, the quiet voices were not all in vain.
The poem I'm going to read is An Irishman in Coventry. A full year since I took this eager city, the tolerance that laced its blatant roar, its famous steeples and its web of girders as image of the state hope argued for, and scarcely flung a bitter thought behind me on all that flaws the glory and the grace which ribbons through the sick, guilt-clotted legend of my creed-haunted, God-forsaken race. My rhetoric swung round from steel's high promise to the precision of the well-gauged tool, tracing the logic in the vast glass headlands, the clockwork horse, the comprehensive school. Then, sudden by occasions chance concerted, an enclave of my nation but apart, the jigging dances and the lilting fiddle stirred the old rage and pity in my heart. The faces and the voices blurring round me, the strong hands, long familiar with the spade, the whiskey-tinctured breath, the pious buttons, called up a people endlessly betrayed by our own weakness, by the wrongs we suffered in that long twilight over bog and glen, by force, by famine, and by glittering fables, which gave us martyrs when we needed men, by faith, which had no charity to offer, by poisoned memory and by ready wit, with poverty corroded into malice to hit and run and howl when it is hit. This is our fate. 800 years disaster, crazily tangled as the Book of Kells, the dream's distortion and the land's division, the midnight raiders in the prison cells. Yet like Lear's children, banished to the waters, our hearts still listen for the landward bells.
I've drawn this landscape now for 30 years, longer if scribbles count, from lower ground as climbing to the crest of it I'll find the changing vesture which each season wears. Striding one hillside, how the hour appears in rain and snow, or when the valley's drowned, in drifting mist, or with bright blossom crowned. The wind-gilt peak rebukes the sun's arrears, and I have drilled my pen to draw each sign which peoples time and place within this frame. With plough and harrow reaper, or the line of stooped men pulling lint, that when the night draws darkness over you, may mark the name, each lonely homestead, by its steady light.
This poem's called Little Ships. O little ships that come and go across the gleaming water's breast and reach Japan and Mexico, will you not let me join your quest? For I could pull harsh ropes or hold the tugging wheel when seas run high, and when sleet whistles sharp and cold, I'd reef stiff sails against the sky. And I'd be quite content to eat the tinned salt beef, the thick grey bread, and lie awake in tropic heat and have a hammock for my head. O little ships that come and go, can I not slip away with you and see Japan and Borneo and Madagascar and Peru?